Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today's class is going to have a little bit of inversions. Of course, you can do this flow and do this entire practice without including inversions, but I wanted to give you guys the option to sprinkle in a few inversions. I'm going to be cueing headstand for each inversion, but please feel free to replace any headstand with any variation of inversion that you enjoy, or even just playing around. I mean, that's the whole point of a practice. We're just playing. So let's get started right away. We're gonna start at approximately the front of your mat. You're going to just lean forward, bend in the knees a lot, and let your head hang. Let it all go. Now interlace the hands behind your back, flip the palms, point the index fingers to the sky. And as you inhale, press into the corners of your feet, straighten the legs, and come up just a little. Exhale, empty and fold, bend into the knees again. Inhale, come up. Exhale, empty, fold. Last time, inhale, come up. Let the interlace pull you all the way up. Inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Set your intention for this practice. Find your reason for coming here today. And as you press the hands into the heart, find your breath. Let's take a deep inhale together. Hands swim all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time, inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Hands come all the way down to the mat. Step back in plank, hold. Shift forward, chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal into the legs. And then bend the knees a lot, intending the thighs to the belly. Exhale, shoot forward into plank. Again, bend the knees a lot. Exhale, shoot forward into plank. Again, for 8, 7, keep the breath flowing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog, right leg comes all the way up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Now bring the knee back into your chest, out to the right side, and circle it back. So you're doing circles in one direction. Option 2, straighten the leg all together and create big circles with that right leg. Let's make 10 circles. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross the right foot behind the left. Walk your hands all the way back. So you are folding over those crossed legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, empty. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, left hand is going to extend off to the left side. Right hand is going to come up, a little twist. Now, option to stay here or to spice things up. You're shifting your weight into your left foot. Right leg is going to extend out back. We're coming into a half moon pose. So find your balance. I know we're not quite warmed up yet, but find your balance. An option to take a bind. Right hand is going to find the right foot. Now, if you have the foot in your hand, let it go. Extend right hand out to the front. Right foot is going to extend out back. Then we're going to take little crunches. So right elbow is going to meet right knee. For 10, extend. 9, 8, take it slow, find your balance. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend everything back out. Both hands come down to the ground. Walk your hands back so you're in a three-legged downward facing dog. Right leg is still up. Find your breath. And then bend the knee, open the hip, and gently place the right foot down behind you in Wild Thing. Inhale, open up the chest. Find your breath. Exhale, dip the hips all the way down to a hover. Press back up. And dip. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand's going to come all the way down. Downward facing dog with the right foot still up. Bring right knee into your chest. Hold for a breath. And then extend it out to the left side, either in a hover or you place it down. In Fallen Star, left hand comes up. Little pulses if you have the foot up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the right knee and grab hold of the right foot with the left hand to place the right foot at the front of your mat. Inhale, straighten out your back. Right foot is straight. And exhale, come to face the left side of your mat. So you're in a forward fold. here, wide-legged forward fold. Now either you stay here or option to come into your inversion practice here. So this is your first opportunity. If you're coming with me, we're coming into headstand. So I will make a separate video to teach you guys how to do headstand. And if that's something you're interested in, please leave it in the comment box down below. But otherwise, just come into your inversion practice. And then we're meeting back in a forward fold. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat. And right foot is going to step back, downward facing dog. Roll forward into plank. And Vinyasa through, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto your toes, bend the knees a lot. Shoot forward into plank. Bend the knees. Shoot forward into plank. For 10, 9, keep the breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Downward facing dog. Left knee comes up, bend the knee, open the hip. Now option to do these little circles with the knee or with the entire foot. Let's go for 10 circles in one direction. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions of the circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee comes behind the right foot in a cross-legged position. You're walking your hands to the back of the mat. Find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, empty. Come over those feet. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, fold. Find your melt. Now shifting your weight into your right foot, right fingertips are going to extend to the right side. Inhale, left hand comes up, find your twist. Breathe. Now, finding your balance, you're bringing your left foot out straight. Open up that left hip. Inhale, left hand comes all the way up. Finding your half moon on this side. Maybe left hand grabs hold of left foot. And kick back into the foot if you do have the foot. If you have the foot, let it go. Left hand is going to extend out long to the front of the mat. Left heel is going to kick back. Find your balance. Somewhere to gaze on the ground before we start those little crunches. So left knee is going to meet left elbow. For 10, extend, 9, extend, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend back out long. Walk your hands to the front of the mat so you're in a three-legged dog with your left foot still out long. And bend the knee, open the hip, step the left foot back in a wild thing. Press the hips up. Inhale. Left hand comes all the way around. Circle it down. Dip the hips. Let's press back up for 10. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand's gonna come all the way down. Left knee into your chest. Kick it back out to the right side. Fallen star, right hand comes up. Either hover the foot or plant it. If it's hovered, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, grab hold of that left foot with the right hand, and step left foot forward. Left foot is straight, hold over that foot. Try to extend your spine out long. Breathe. I know that was challenging. And then we're gonna turn to face the right side of our mat. Once again, option to come into whatever inversion works for you. I'm coming into headstand, so setting up my tripod, placing my head down, and coming up. A few breaths in your inversion. And come down on your own time. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands to the front of your mat. Step left foot back, hand vinyasa through. Awesome. We're going to place our forearms down onto the ground, nice and slow. Come all the way down into dolphin. And breathe. Picking the right foot up. Little pulses with that right glute, keeping that right foot flexed for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Without placing that foot down, pick your hands up, pick your forearms up. So you're in a three-legged downward dog. Right knee to your right tricep. Hand back out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step right foot on the outside of both hands. Extend your fingertips out long and press the hips forward. And a little lizard. And slowly shifting forward and back. Both hands press down onto the ground. And slowly press the right foot back up in a three-legged downward facing dog. Right knee down to the ground. And left knee down to the ground. Little cat-cow. Now, option 2, come into child's pose or to take another inversion. So I'm coming into headstand once again. Maybe playing around with different variations or just a stronger hold. Let's take 10 breaths. Find your presence, and if you've fallen out, come back in. Slowly coming back down to meet everybody in a child's pose. Coming up. And downward facing dog whenever you are ready. And pressing back up. Both forearms are going to slowly make their way down onto the ground. Setting up for dolphin. A left leg is going to come up, flex into that left foot, and pulse using that glute strength for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Without placing the foot down, press back up into three-legged downward facing dog. Left knee is going to curl in to tap the left forearm and back out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step left foot on the outside of left hand in a little lizard. Press the hips down, fingertips come a little forward, little pulses forward and back. Using those back toes to shift you forward and back. And placing your hands down, back into downward facing dog with the left leg up, left knee into your chest, place it down, right knee comes down. One rounded cat-cow. This time, maybe picking up the knees when you round in. Hold. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. Child's pose or invitation for another inversion. Another 10 breaths here. Find this opportunity as a moment of presence to reconnect with your breath. For 10. And slowly finding your way back down in a child's pose. Maybe interlacing your hands behind your back, flipping the palms, finding your upper body release. And coming back up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press back down onto those heels. Inhale, lift, come up onto the toes. Bend the knees a lot. Look forward, hop or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, empty. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands come all the way up. Maybe you look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty. Step right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, hands come flying back. You're leaning forward. Runner's lunge. Inhale, back up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Once again, inhale, back up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, back up. Hands to heart, take a twist. Right elbow to left knee. Breathe here. Now turning all the way around, you're pivoting to Skandasana, all the way down to the right side. Left leg is straight. You can keep your hands to heart, or you could take a bind behind that right leg. Option to gaze up. And slowly coming back up. You're back in a wide-legged forward fold. So once again, option to take a quick inversion. And coming back down. And facing the front. And downward facing dog, take your flow. jump or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands come up, look up. Exhale, dive forward. Left foot steps back. Inhale, hands come up. High lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, back up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, back up. And dive forward, runner's lunge. Last time, inhale, back up. Hands to heart, prayer pose, and twist. Left elbow to right knee. Hold for a few breaths. And slowly unravel, come to face the left side. In Skandasana, bend a lot into the left knee, straighten the right leg, and take a seat all the way down to the left side. Option to keep your hands in prayer or to take a little bind behind your back. And look up, intend your gaze upward. And if you have the bind, unravel, come to stand first and either staying in a forward fold or coming into your inversion. Once again, another quick little inversion. So just coming up for a breath or two, and then slowly making your way back down. Hands to the front of your mat, downward facing dog, a little flow. Let's do a few little spinal waves. So you're gonna wave forward into plank, bend the knees a lot, hips come up, downward facing dog. Let's do 10 rounds with a breath. Last one. Downward facing dog, bend the knees a lot, bring them to a hover, and then bring them all the way down. Keeping your hips up, extend your fingertips as far forward as you can and intend your chin down to the mat. We're taking a little puppy stretch. So option to pulse your upper body and your chin down to the mat. Keeping it a little bit more dynamic. Or another option is to just stay as low as you can go. And if you find that your hands are slipping, you could also grab the edges of your mat and pull on the corners of your mat to get you a little further down. Now we're coming all the way down onto our bellies. Hands come out in a T. You're gonna bend your right arm. Right hand's going to come right next to your chest. You're gonna use that right hand, keeping the left hand out in T shape, or left arm out in a T shape. You're gonna use that right hand to press open onto that right side. And finding a little opening in the left side of your chest, your left shoulders, you're gonna roll open as far as you can, maybe bending into that right knee and placing the right foot down behind you. Finding a little deeper stretch. We do a lot of upper body core work in these classes. It's really important to just stretch these little areas out at the end of our practice. Let's do the other side. So roll over onto your back. Extend your right arm all the way around in a T shape. Left arm or left hand is going to be placed right next to your chest, and using the left hand, press open the left side. So bending in the left knee, placing the left foot down behind you, finding your stretch. And you're really intending to feel it in the right side, your chest and right shoulders. And rolling back onto your belly. This time, roll all the way around. So you're on your back. Now, if you have long hair, just making sure that it is out of the way so it's not cranking your neck. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze, picking up the head, the shoulders. And really using your arm strength to curl yourself up into a tiny little ball. We're going to come into our final inversion. So picking the hips up, option 2, come into either shoulder stand or plow or even just waterfall. Waterfall is a really great option. You still have your entire length of your spine on the ground, and you just pick up your legs and let gravity do its work. Just let yourself feel that release wherever you are. And this is why we got our hair out of our way. If you've got a little bun behind you, it's going to be really irritating from the neck. So just playing around with whatever inversion you have selected, allowing yourself to get deeper through the breath. After all, our practice is in many ways play, reconnection with our bodies, with our spirit, finding that inner strength. And in doing so, we've got to allow ourselves to play. And slowly coming back down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Again, one last final squeeze. And grabbing hold of the toes with the fingertips. Pressing the feet up to the sky. Coming into your happy baby. I want you to rock your baby from side to side as much as possible. Again, you're practicing at home, so nobody's judging you. Maybe you're bending and straightening into one leg, into the other. Just play. You did a lot of the hard and serious work. Just allowing yourself to play. Bringing the soles of the feet together. You still have the toes or the ankles in your hands. And really using the strength of your hands to bring the soles of the feet together. And then intending your hips as far open as you can. So it's kind of like a variation of a butterfly. You're opening the hips, really pressing the knees out. And then slowly let the hands come by your side, either keeping the butterfly shape for your final Shavasana or doing whatever variation of Shavasana that you feel is best for you. If you find that your lower back is feeling quite tight, you can do the opposite of a butterfly. You could bring your knees together and your feet out wide on the edges of your mat. That way, that caving in can sometimes feel like a little bit of a lower back release. But wherever you're at, let's take a deep inhale together. One hand at the chest, one hand at the belly. I want you to feel as you inhale, your chest rise, your belly rise, and as you exhale, your belly is going to empty, your chest is going to just lower. With each breath, we're going to feel that cycle. Let's inhale together. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beginning to really feel your breath slow down. Feeling your mind slow down. One last inhale together. And if you would like to stay here a little longer, I invite you to stay here for as long as you need. I'm going to close off this practice here, but please don't forget to leave me your comments, your suggestions down below for any future classes, anything you'd like to see in the future. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can continue to connect and practice together. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate this community and practicing with you. Namaste.